Hey Jake, happy Monday. How are you doing today?
Hey Sarah, I'm doing great actually. I had the best weekend. What about you?
Oh, I had a really nice weekend too. And honestly, that's kind of why I wanted to talk today. Because every Monday, people ask us the same question, right?
How was your weekend? Yes, it's like the number one Monday question in English.
Exactly. And I remember when I was learning English, I would always say the same thing. It was good. That's it. It was good. Nothing else.
Oh, I hear that all the time from English learners. How was your weekend? It was good. And then, silence. The conversation just stops.
And that's so frustrating because you probably did interesting things. You just don't know how to talk about them in English. So today, we're going to fix that.
Yes, by the end of this episode, you'll be able to talk about your weekend like a native speaker. You'll have new vocabulary, real expressions, and you'll know exactly how to answer when someone asks you about your weekend. And we're going to practice together. Jake and I will share our real weekends, and you'll learn from our conversations. So let's start with the basics. Jake, how was your weekend? And I want details. All right? So on Saturday morning, I slept in. I didn't set my alarm, and I woke up around 10.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so first expression right there. To sleep in. Can you explain that?
Sure. To sleep in means to sleep later than usual. So during the week, I wake up at 7. But on Saturday, I slept in until 10. It's one of the best things about weekends, honestly.
I totally agree. And notice, Jake said, I slept in. Past tense. Sleep, slept, slept. So on weekends, you might say, I slept in on Sunday, or I usually sleep in on Saturdays.
What about you, Sarah? Did you sleep in?
Not really. I'm an early bird, even on weekends. I woke up around 7:30, made myself a coffee, and just relaxed on the couch for a while.
Okay, another good expression. To relax on the couch. Pretty simple, but very useful. And early bird. That means someone who wakes up early naturally.
Right. So you're either an early bird or a night owl. A night owl is someone who stays up late. Jake, are you a night owl?
Oh, definitely. On Friday night, I stayed up until 1 in the morning watching a series on Netflix.
See? To stay up late. That's the opposite of sleeping in. I stayed up until 1 a.m. or I stayed up late watching TV. Very natural.
Let's go through some more weekend vocabulary. After I woke up on Saturday, I had brunch with some friends.
Brunch. That's a meal between breakfast and lunch, usually around 11 or noon. Very popular on weekends. You might say, we went out for brunch, or we had brunch at a cafe.
Exactly. And we hung out at the cafe for about 2 hours, just chatting and drinking coffee.
To hang out. This is a really important expression. It means to spend time casually with someone. I hung out with my friends. We were just hanging out. You can hang out at home, at a cafe, at a park, anywhere.
And notice the past tense. Hang out becomes hung out. I hung out with my friends on Saturday.
Great. What else did you do?
In the afternoon, I ran some errands. I went to the supermarket, picked up my dry cleaning, and stopped by the pharmacy.
Okay, so to run errands. This is so useful. Errands are small tasks you need to do, like going to the bank, the post office, the supermarket. I ran some errands on Saturday afternoon.
And to stop by means to visit a place quickly. I stopped by the pharmacy. It's not a long visit, just in and out.
Perfect. And on Saturday evening?
I had a quiet night in. I cooked dinner, opened a bottle of wine, and watched a movie.
A quiet night in. That means staying home and relaxing instead of going out. The opposite would be a night out. We had a night out on Friday means you went to a bar, a restaurant, or a club.
Right. So you can say, I had a night in on Saturday, or we went for a night out on Friday. Both are very common.
Okay, let me share my weekend now. On Saturday morning, after my coffee, I went for a run in the park.
To go for a run. Simple, but important. You can also say, I went for a walk. I went for a bike ride. I went for a swim. The pattern is go for a plus the activity.
Exactly. Then I came home, took a shower, and spent the afternoon reading. I'm reading this amazing novel right now, so I just got lost in it.
To get lost in a book. I love that expression. It means you were so focused on reading that you forgot about time. I got lost in a book for 3 hours.
That's exactly what happened. And then in the evening, I had some friends over for dinner.
To have someone over. This means to invite people to your home. I had friends over. We're having people over on Saturday. Very natural.
I cooked pasta, we had some wine, and we just caught up. We hadn't seen each other in a few weeks, so we had a lot to talk about.
To catch up. Another essential expression. It means to share news with someone you haven't seen in a while. We caught up over dinner. Let's catch up soon.
Now, let's practice a real conversation. Imagine it's Monday morning at work. Jake, you start.
Hey, Sarah, how was your weekend?
It was really nice, actually. I had a pretty relaxing weekend. On Saturday, I slept in, and then I went out for brunch with a friend. We tried that new cafe on Main Street. Have you been there?
No, not yet. Is it good?
It's amazing! The pancakes are incredible. You should check it out. Anyway, after that, I ran some errands, and then I had a quiet night in. What about you?
I had a great weekend. On Saturday, I played soccer with some guys from work, and then we grabbed some beers afterwards. And on Sunday, I just hung out at home. Did some cleaning, watched some TV, nothing special.
That sounds nice, though. Sometimes the best weekends are the ones where you don't do much.
Totally agree. Did you do anything on Sunday?
Actually, yes. I went hiking with my sister. We drove about an hour outside the city and found this beautiful trail. The weather was perfect.
That sounds amazing. I need to do that more often.
Okay, so that was a very natural Monday morning conversation. Did you notice how we used lots of those expressions we just learned?
Yes. Slept in, went out for brunch, ran some errands, quiet night in, hung out, grabbed some beers. All very natural.
And notice how we asked follow-up questions. That's really important. Don't just say, "It was good," and stop. Ask questions. What about you? Did you do anything fun? Have you been there?
Exactly. Now let's look at some different situations. What if you had a bad weekend?
Good question. Sometimes your weekend wasn't great. Maybe you were sick, or you had to work, or the weather was terrible. So you might say,
My weekend was kind of boring, to be honest. I didn't do much.
or, "It was okay, nothing special. I mostly stayed home because of the rain."
Or, honestly, it wasn't great. I had to work on Saturday, and on Sunday I was exhausted, so I just stayed in bed.
And that's totally fine. You don't have to pretend your weekend was amazing. Being honest makes the conversation more natural.
What if your weekend was super busy?
Then you might say, "It was crazy busy. I barely had time to rest." Or, "I was running around all weekend."
Running around all weekend. That means you were very busy going from place to place. I was running around all weekend doing errands and seeing friends.
Or, "I packed a lot in this weekend." That means you did many activities.
And what about an amazing weekend?
I had an incredible weekend. It was one of the best weekends I've had in a long time. I had a blast. Blast means a really fun time.
We had a blast at the concert on Saturday. Very natural.
Okay, now let's talk about some common mistakes. Jake, what mistakes do you hear a lot?
Number 1. I have gone to the cinema this weekend. No, I went to the cinema this weekend. Use past simple, not present perfect, when you're talking about a finished weekend.
Exactly. If it's still the weekend, you can say, "I've been to the cinema." But on Monday, it's, "I went to the cinema."
Mistake number 2. I was in the house all weekend. This sounds a bit strange. We say, I stayed home all weekend, or I stayed at home all weekend, not I was in the house.
Right. Stay home is much more natural. Another mistake. "I made sport on Saturday." No, we say, "I did sport," or even better, be specific. "I played tennis, I went swimming, I worked out."
And mistake number 3. I have rest on Sunday. No, I rested on Sunday, or I took it easy on Sunday. Take it easy means to relax and not do much. I took it easy on Sunday.
That's a great expression, taking it easy. What did you do Sunday? Oh, I just took it easy.
Perfect. Now let's talk about some cultural tips. Sarah, what should people know about weekend conversations in English-speaking countries?
Well, first of all, asking about someone's weekend is a form of small talk. It's a way to be friendly and start a conversation. It doesn't mean you need to share every detail. Keep it light and casual.
Right. A good answer is usually 3 to 4 sentences. You don't need to describe every hour of your weekend.
Also, in American and British culture, Monday morning is the classic time for this question. It's almost like a greeting. How was your weekend? Is as common as how are you?
And here's a tip. If someone asks about your weekend, always ask about theirs too. What about you? Or how about yours? It shows you're interested in them.
That's so important. And on Friday, the question changes. Instead of how was your weekend, people ask, do you have any plans for the weekend? Or what are you up to this weekend?
What are you up to means what are you planning to do? Very casual, very common. What are you up to this weekend? Not much, probably just take it easy.
And one more cultural note. Some people might say TGIF on Fridays. That stands for Thank God It's Friday. It means you're happy the work week is over.
Okay, let's do some quick practice. I'll give you a scenario and Sarah, you give a model answer. Ready?
Ready.
Scenario 1. You had a very relaxing weekend. How do you answer?
It was really nice, actually. I had a super lazy weekend. I slept in on Saturday, binge-watched a show on Netflix, and barely left the couch. Sometimes you just need a weekend like that, you know?
Great. Scenario 2. You went on a day trip.
I had a great weekend. On Saturday, my partner and I drove out to the countryside. We went hiking, had a picnic by a lake, and didn't get back until late. It was exactly what I needed.
Scenario 3. You had a busy social weekend.
Oh my gosh, it was so busy. On Friday night, I went to a friend's birthday party. Then on Saturday, we had a family barbecue. And on Sunday, I met up with some old friends for coffee. I'm exhausted, but it was so much fun.
Scenario 4. Your weekend was just average.
It was pretty chill, nothing too exciting. I ran some errands, did some laundry, cooked a nice meal. Just the usual, you know?
And scenario 5. You had to work on the weekend.
Honestly, it wasn't the best weekend. I had a deadline on Monday, so I spent most of Saturday working. But I managed to go out for dinner on Saturday night, so that was nice at least.
All fantastic answers. Notice how each one had some detail, some personality, and some natural expressions.
Exactly. That's the key. You don't need to be Shakespeare. Just give 2 or 3 details, use some of the expressions we learned today, and ask the other person about their weekend.
All right, let's do a quick recap. What did we learn today?
We learned essential weekend vocabulary like sleep in, stay up late, hang out, run errands, have a night in, have a night out, go for a run, have someone over, catch up, get lost in a book, grab some beers, take it easy, and have a blast.
We practiced real conversations between colleagues on a Monday morning.
We looked at how to describe different types of weekends: relaxing, busy, boring, amazing.
We corrected common mistakes like using present perfect instead of past simple.
And we shared cultural tips about small talk and asking about weekends.
So here's your homework. This week, when someone asks you, "How was your weekend?" try to answer with at least 3 sentences. Use at least 2 expressions from today's episode. And don't forget to ask them about their weekend too.
And if you found this episode helpful, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave us a comment telling us what you did this weekend. We'd love to read your answers.
See you in the next episode. Happy Monday, everyone!
Bye-bye. Have a great week.